Hey there, I'm Richard Eisenbeis, and welcome to my first episode of Big in Japan, here on GameZone. Today, I'm going to give you an in-depth look at Ghost Trick, the new DS puzzle mystery adventure from the makers of the Ace Attorney series. Ghost Trick is the story of the recently deceased, not to mention mysteriously amnesic, Sissel, who awakens as a ghost to find that he can only inhabit and affect inanimate objects. After a bit of Deus Ex Lumen exposition, he learns that by entering any dead body other than his own, he can reset time to 4 minutes before that person's death. Thus Sissel finds himself in a fight against fate itself to unravel the mystery of his own life by saving those connected with his death. And all before dawn, before he disappears forever. Pretty good story. The gameplay in Ghost Trick revolves around freezing time and moving from object to object, often interacting with them to make a path to your next goal. While decent fun, it's nothing compared to the timed puzzles, where you only have 4 minutes to change the past and save someone's life. These puzzles are tenser and far more sinister than the normal movement puzzles, often having you Rube Goldberg the killer to death to save the helpless victim. What makes the timed puzzles incredible is the sheer amount of things you can interact with. As the 4 minutes count down, you have to not only choose the correct actions amidst the many useless ones, but choose the correct time to perform them as well. This complexity sometimes even causes you to make the situation worse, though often in a humorous black comedy kind of way. Don't worry though, the game is far from heartless. Sissel's own thoughts provide hints to the solution, and a floating hourglass appears to tell you when it's time to perform an action, though not what that action is. And each puzzle has checkpoints, letting you start over partway through if you're on the right track. Best of all, after you get comfortable with the puzzles, you'll gain a second playable character, who can't manipulate objects like Sissel, but can jump further and switch objects of a similar shape, building another layer of enjoyable complexity. Now, as with any story-heavy game, there's a lot of dialogue exposition in Ghost Trick. It's not rare for an after-puzzle cutscene to take 15 minutes or more. But sadly, unlike the Ace Attorney games, you cannot save during these dialogues. Add on to this that a save made during a timed puzzle loads only at the beginning of said puzzle, and there are several instances where you will be unable to progress unless you set aside 20 or 30 minutes to play. For a portable game, that's a big no-no. On the visual side, the character designs and art style in Ghost Trick are wonderfully odd, and the 2D portraits work well with their 3D sprites. The animation, so central to the gameplay, is flawlessly done and good looking to boot. But best of all, there's this guy, who's clearly possessed by the king of pop. All in all, this is a wonderful DS title, and if you like puzzles, ghost mysteries, or are ever captivated by that board game Mousetrap as a kid, you need this game. Though, due to the massive amount of text, I really suggest you forego importing it, and wait for the Western release in late 2010. Anyway, I'm Richard Eisenbeis for GameZone.com. Peace out.